right? And dude, Luke's the goddamn worst. I do want to say that.
Oh yeah.
Not actually, but how's the? Because you never tell me how's the audio sounding. Am I too loud? Am I the perfect?
Sound good.
Sound good? Okay. Typically, you don't tell us if the audio is too loud or something until it's 5 minutes. You're
That happened twice.
You look very clear today.
Do I've noticed my connection is. I'm always so blurry.
Yeah, you are fantastic. Your connection.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. But either way, what was something that you were surprised with this weekend? We had a lot that happened, let's to say the least. And it's been a jam-packed week in the NBA with 2 sweeps on our hands potentially. Where do you want to start with this? And yeah, like are you surprised? Are you shocked? You're a guy who had the Warriors and the Lakers as 2 teams that you were, very, very high on, to say the least.
Yeah.
So how have these turn of events been treating you?
Well, the most surprising thing of the weekend was the Brooks Koepka getting his 5th major at the PGA. But yeah, man, I'm pretty shocked here. Lakers daily. I think the Heat, they're both really surprising to me. You can't really evaluate the Miami Heat because they're just, they beat the 1 seed. They're about to beat the 2 seed.
Jimmy Butler and the undraftables.
And that's what's crazy is last night it was like a 26-point game. They flew in the flag at the start of the 4th, and Jimmy, I think in the game had 16. Bam had 12 points, 13 points, something like that. And they're 2 star players. Not really didn't need to score. It's kind of crazy.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I think, first off, we got to do something real quick. Before we continue the show, it'd be completely disrespectful if we didn't do this for a certain somebody. All right? There was a man who, for a lot of at least for me, a lot of my life had a very big impact. And it's sad to see him go. But there was no one who could score the basketball. He's from the 410. All right, Baltimore native. You can go to the Mello Center anytime and play basketball because of him in West Baltimore. And now he is retired. All right, and let's just go ahead and talk about the fact that I'll just have his little video that he made just looping in the background while we talk about him. But with that being said, what are your thoughts on Carmelo Anthony retiring after 19 seasons? Seemed like he wanted to play one more season, but no one gave him the opportunity. So thoughts on Carmelo retiring?
Yeah, I can't believe I guess it was assumed because I totally forgot about Melo since like the last 2 months or so. But it's a tough, sad day. Melo, CP3 soon, LeBron soon, all of these OGs. It sucks Melo never got a ring, but he always made the games interesting. Shocked he didn't. I'm shocked the team didn't.
Was it the Warriors or the Nuggets? Some team, remember, or was it the Knicks that we were told that, hey, he might come back? And
I think the Nuggets had a good. I think there were a lot of.
Was it the Nuggets or Knicks or the Warriors where they were like, we thought the whole time that Carmelo was going to join a team in training camp. Then they came out and said, hey, we're not going to sign him in training camp. We're cool with the guys we have, but we'll come back in November, December. And they never, ever went back. And so, man, Carmelo was a great one. It's one of the first blockbuster trade I remember. Months. Okay, the first one was Dwight Howard. That's a freaking lie. But the second one that I got really into was for months with the Carmelo. We were like, he's going to New York. He's going to New York. So I remember it was like 2K11 or 12. I was like in middle school. I used to always try to do start a season. I would try to do a Carmelo trade, and like see what was the perfect package to get Carmelo to the Knicks. And it's just unbelievable that he's gone. And I remember that big old package was like Aaron Afalo, Danilo Gallinari. Was it a 3-team trade? I think maybe Landry Fields got sent to Toronto. No, I think Landry Fields stayed there, and that's when he blew. But Mister, he came.
I spent the last 5 minutes trying to figure out how to get the sound to work without a microphone because it was bugging, but we're here.
So we're giving ourselves the T's and P's to Mr. Carmelo Anthony. All right, rhyming.
What a great career! It's sad.
I was telling them that one of the
second big of our childhood, man.
Yeah, one of my biggest memories. So the first one was the Dwight Howard trade that I used to try to do in like 2K10. But I remember like 2K11, it was like a 6-month, 1-year process where this Carmelo Anthony trade was going down. And
if the Knicks had just waited until he was a free agent 6 months later,
they would have had Aaron Afalo.
They might have been able to. Hey, they might have been able to get to the conference finals because like they wouldn't have had to gut their bench to get him. They weren't beating Miami in the Big Three, but they wouldn't have had to gut their bench just to get Melo.
No, completely. But what is something that you enjoyed about Carmelo, the Baltimore native?
The jab step.
The drop step.
The jab step. Every time he gets the ball, jab, elevate, mid-range jumper. It was money every time. That's that. Every time I think of Melo, it's that or the head fakes.
The head fakes. That's a good one.
That's what I enjoyed the most about Melo.
I always thought about a Melo with the mid-range Melo, how he would just literally
head fake, jab step, mid-range.
Or no, the other was the shoulder. When he would do the shoulder dig, he would hit you with and he'd get you with the shoulder. And I always forgot that like how thick Melo was with the way he moved. Like he literally I loved Melo. I didn't really I wasn't super into him on the Nuggets. I actually had a Nuggets Melo jersey. Like I had a family friend give me all his old jerseys, and I ended up giving them away because I wasn't like super into basketball at like 7 years old. But I
love Nuggets Melo.
Dude, I regret it. I also had a Nuggets AI jersey.
That's hard. That's hard.
But okay.
Jackson, you guys remember 2012 Christmas Day against my Chicago Bulls? I think he had the overtime 3 with like a couple seconds left. Dropped 42. I think D Rose just came back from a little injury. Yeah, that's my memory. And then Melo's one of those players, just like Kobe, where you're at the parks as a kid and you take a shot and you go, Melo. So,
quick question. How many kids does Carmelo have? Because he really just talks about his son.
I don't know.
Didn't he have a daughter?
Wasn't there something that came out that he had a kid with this chick in England or something and didn't try to not take responsibility for it? Didn't that happen or something?
Isn't the zip code a rule?
Is it not Melo? I could have sworn that Melo had a kid in England or something with some other chick, and I don't know if that's true. It might not be Melo, but I could have sworn I saw something about that. A few years ago.
I mean, you could be right. Dude, as soon as I clicked off the video, we went from 13 viewers to 6. And I was like,
no, everybody's here just for Melo.
Yeah, just for Melo. But let's go on. And did you guys see the breaking news that just dropped by Adrian Wojnarowski?
Carmelo Anthony's alleged daughter turned 5. Okay. So okay, yeah. So I was right about that.
She's a whore.
He's never publicly claimed the child.
He's never publicly claimed her?
Yeah, he's never publicly claimed her.
About Melo and the reason Melo isn't on a LeBron team anymore is because they had a falling out or something.
I'd believe it.
I don't know if there was any validity to that, but
I believe it. He doesn't even talk about Melo anymore, LeBron.
No, it's not like he talks it's not like he doesn't really hang with Chris Paul and Wade and them anymore. The Banana Boat crew. They kind of forced him out.
Who? LeBron got forced out?
Melo! Bro, LeBron still fucks with Wade all the time. I just don't really see them talking to Melo anymore.
Dude, I low-key think Wade, LeBron, and all of them, they're swingers with each other.
That's how it is in golf.
Man.
Is it? Yeah, I know Dustin Johnson's
Dustin
fucking
Johnson,
big.
man.
Yeah,
Brooks
he's
Koepka, I think they were.
Dustin Johnson's big about
yeah,
that
they're doing
shit.
cocaine. Yeah. They're doing cocaine and shit.
I don't know if
Apparently
Dustin
that's, like,
Johnson's
true.
doing cocaine anymore.
What?
Apparently,
I
it's
think
just
Dustin-
true.
I think
Dustin
What?
Johnson and Brooks
cocaine.
Koepka swapped wives or something, and like on a coke bender in like 2012 or there was something.
That definitely sounds true. I mean, it's Dustin Johnson. He was doing all kinds of drugs at that time.
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible if it is true. I will say. Okay, so we got ourselves right here.
Bucks coaching.
The Bucks are narrowing down a group of top candidates, according to Adrian Wojnarowski, in their head coaching search. Those candidates are Nick Nurse, Golden State's Kenny Atkinson, former Charlotte Hornets and Brooklyn Nets coach. No one got okay. That's just me laughing. Toronto assistant Adrian Griffin, and these coaches will be part of the final conversation with the Milwaukee leadership this week. That means we'll probably hear a decision between Thursday and Sunday. Nurse still looms prominently in the Phoenix Suns at Philadelphia 76ers searches. So, initial reactions, what is it, and who do you want to be the coach?
Nick Nurse. That's ideal. I think that's who they want, but I don't know. What job would you say is the best job of all of these three for Nick Nurse to take?
Boston.
No. Of these three. Not Boston. We're not there yet. Joe Mazzulla hasn't been fired yet. Of these three,
We'll talk about that later in the show.
We'll talk about that later. That's coming in the show. What would you say is the best job of these three for Nick Nurse?
You called that. You were the one who first speculated that the own Celtics in the first round thought he might be fired. But obviously Nick Nurse, I think, is best team, Milwaukee, because it's already built and it's very little needs to be done to fix it. Second, the Suns, and then I think the Sixers are a shit show.
Oh yeah, there's more going on. Like in terms of like on-court talent, it's great, but you don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, but
and
even like the
I think
talent
the Bucks
there
are
is
similar
like
to the Raptors. I think like the Raptors already had a good team built. They just needed somebody to come in and take them over the top, and that's what Nick Nurse did with Dwayne Casey's team in Toronto. And this is like more of the same.
No,
I
completely.
like the Milwaukee fit the best.
Yeah, I just think right here when you look at the situation, it makes more sense for Nick Nurse to want to go to Milwaukee. And that's a team that already kind of plays his style where they play like an 8-man rotation. So he doesn't have to get bitched at for like staggering player. And the other thing is going back to the staggering of minutes, like that wasn't entirely his fault. Like Masai Ujiri didn't give him other guys to play, like
Delano Banton as my backup point guard.
Yeah, I'm out.
Exactly.
Seasons.
What are you supposed to do with that?
Yeah, what are you supposed to do? Everyone's like,
that's a paper thin roster. Like beyond the 7 or 8 guys at the top, the Raptors didn't have like not even really 7 or 8. That's a stretch. But the point is, the fucking Raptors, Ujiri didn't do him any favors. And what are you supposed to do with the roster that's like they were an edge of the play-in team, and that's exactly where they ended up. So
Yeah.
I don't know how you can be mad about.
He gave him the same roster for basically 3 years since they won the championship and
they made the like they
left
didn't
let
replace Kawhi.
Kawhi. They didn't replace Kawhi. Every point guard they tried to bring in, like as a backup, like was a young guy. And like when you're a championship team, we just saw it with the Warriors. You can't
Give
develop
they needed to give Van Vliet a veteran backup, and they did not. They did not do that. They didn't address the necessary issues in depth and the wing depth and the point guard depth. And the problem is they have a roster that is an 8 through 10 seed, and that's what they got. So I don't know. I don't know why they fired Nick Nurse. I didn't think they should have fired him because what do you expect to happen? It's like Lovie Smith getting fired from the Texans last year. Like, what did you expect to happen? They didn't give him a roster. So, but I mean, I don't think he wanted to be in Toronto either. I think that it was running its course. And I expect him to go to Milwaukee because I don't know why he would take the Philly job or the Phoenix job. If Boston becomes available, I hope that's where he goes.
Who do you want, Jackson?
I want Philly. I want Philly. I think Milwaukee is the best choice here. Phoenix would be cool too. I think he'd do a lot for building their culture back up. Philly just seems awesome to me. I don't even. I'm almost at a loss for words with Philly, but you got to bring in like James Harden. Are they going to pay Harden? What's going on here? But you have the MVP. But yeah, Milwaukee's a great fit. But
I mean,
the Raptors are weird because they ran the same roster back, and it's like, as we're both saying here, like, get them a backup, get them a veteran point guard, get them anybody off the bench. But like the thing is, they made it. They were the 5th seed 2 years ago, and I think they went down 3-0 to Philly and then took them to 6. But
the Cavs got other teams in the East got better though, and they didn't get better. The Knicks,
the
Knicks added Jalen Brunson, the Cavs added Donovan Mitchell, the Raptors didn't do anything.
I think they were probably assuming. I mean, first off, they were pretty banged up again, as always, especially OG. I think they were probably assuming Scotty Barnes is going to like really take a sophomore.
Well, Scotty, but you mean junior jump. But the thing is that
no, he was a sophomore.
Oh, you're referring to this past season. My apologies.
Yeah.
Sorry. What I wanted to say is that I think the other thing is I think everyone also realized that Scotty Barnes isn't what we thought he was. People were. It's still good players.
This is also the second season, and some guys are slower to develop than others. So maybe
you're very true. You're people were saying that he's going to be like Draymond Green, like he's going to be like a Draymond Green mixed with like a point guard. So he was going to basically be like a modern day Magic Johnson. Was like that's me exaggerating and like.
But I know what you mean. That's not what happened.
Yeah, he really needs a shot.
Yeah, they said like basically this was going to be a guy who could play 1 through 5. They were saying that he could do everything on the floor.
That just hasn't happened yet.
That just hasn't happened. He's still good. He's still great. He's going to be an all-star. But like,
he's probably looking like a 1 to 2 time all-star instead of like a perennial
or an all-NBA.
That they wanted him to be. But I mean, there's still time. Scotty Barnes could still improve if he gets
takes a shot.
If he takes that jump, if he takes the breakout jump and becomes a perennial all-star next season, the Raptors will be fine. But as of right now, this roster is, again, end of the playoff / play-in roster, regardless of who's coaching it. So I can see why Nick Nurse also didn't want to stick around for this.
Yeah, so I completely agree. Like, it's going to definitely be interesting. So let's move on to a different topic of discussion. Last night's game.
Didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
No, Succession. The second to last episode of Succession came out last night.
You're not a real You're not a real.
Why the fuck? Fan. Why the fuck? I turned off Succession. I'm like, I wonder what the score of the game is. They're down by fucking 20. So why the fuck would I turn it on?
Because you're not a real fan.
Playoffs.
Why the fuck would I turn it on if we're down by 20 something?
So
the last time you ever see Tatum Brown.
Yeah, last time you'll ever see him, man.
We have one more game for me to watch in sorrow as our season ends in a sweep, but
what I'm hearing is Luke's just not a real fan.
Yeah, I guess, man.
Just not real at all. But what have you learned, Luke, in this playoff series?
I mean, I called this. I kind of knew the Celtics would choke and shoot themselves in the foot. I just didn't think it would be this bad. I figured they'd show up and get one of the first 3 games, but here we are. I don't know where the team goes from here. Jaylen Brown most likely might not stay, but then again, the All-NBA extension means the Celtics can pay him more than anybody else. But I don't know where they go from here. I don't know if Joe keeps his job or not. I think it'd be a little harsh to fire Joe after one season, but the way that they lost, this is pretty fucking embarrassing. So if they fire Joe and bring in Nick Nurse, I'll consider that a success. But yeah, Jackson? Not very many words.
Yeah, as much as I like to joke, I think Tatum and Brown will both be back next season. You take a look at Boston's roster and the money. I don't think Marcus Smart, I don't think there's a shot in hell he gets traded, but I do imagine Derek White or Malcolm Brogdon won't be on the team next season.
Malcolm Brogdon won't be on the team next
$40
year.
$40 million right there. Yeah. I mean, this is not a good Brogdon right here. Like, the thing is with all 3 of those players, I just feel like they're way too similar in their play style. They need Chris Paul's not going to be the guy, but I think a true point guard who can initiate and set up an offense would be huge for him. I think Joe Mazzulla will be fired because I think they're about to get swept here. that will be your fourth coach in 4 years. Really bad idea. But Tatum's only 25, so you gotta like figure it out here.
That's
Whichever.
wild
This
to
is the
think about.
this is if Joe Mazzulla does indeed get fired, this is the best head coaching job on the market, no question. No question.
No
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
No, this is better than Milwaukee. It's better than Milwaukee to coach for this Boston team. Like, come on.
Now the thing is with this playoff series, before we get into that great conversation of what the Boston Celtics could potentially do if whatever you want to say, the series is over. Why have they sucked this series?
Because they can't stop shooting themselves in the fucking foot. They've been giving away games. When it gets to the fourth quarter, they keep turning over the ball, committing dumb turnovers. In game one, Tatum had those two stupid fucking travels right at the very end of the game. Like, this team cannot stop shooting themselves in the foot. And Ime Udoka was the coach last year, and this team did the same thing in the finals. The difference is they just decided to do it a round earlier. But there's absolutely no reason they shouldn't be beating this Heat team. Like, it's the same roster that they fucking beat last year, and they added Malcolm Brogdon. So you would think that there's no reason that they shouldn't be beating this team. But they threw away games 1 and 2 at home, and then last night it was just they just gave up. Like,
yeah.
My question is what's your thoughts on the fact that is what's the problem with Tatum and Brown? I mean, I don't blame Brown, but like more so Tatum.
I mean, Tatum's been showing up more.
That's what I'm saying.
Brown's definitely hurt.
Brown does seem hurt. I don't know.
Brown's
What is it with these? What is it with your two superstars? I'm just gonna put them both because they both in the playoffs and just even when they get deeper in the playoffs the past 2 years. Why do they become streaky? Why do their performances become inconsistent?
Yeah,
what is it about them?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I wish I could fucking tell you. I wish I could.
They need a facilitator. I love Marcus Smart. I don't care about any assist number Marcus Smart has. He had, what was it, game 2 where he had almost 10 at half and then 1 in the second half. But I feel like his assist numbers are kind of skewed. There's so much ISO with this team. There's just so much ISO, and they'll run like high pick and rolls, and nobody in what they're running on offense isn't even.
Well, Joe Mazzulla doesn't really run anything on offense.
Yeah, exactly, and it just doesn't.
He said that.
It doesn't promote ball movement. It doesn't promote player.
And
movement.
This team a lot of times this year looked fucking beautiful when they moved the ball. That's the worst part.
They're not moving it around, and I mean, I just saw a stat. Tatum, I don't think he has a field goal made in the fourth.
They were 7 of 40, to close the game for the that series. 7 of 40.
The worst part, if this team sucked at fucking sharing the ball, then I would get it. But this team doesn't fucking suck at sharing the ball. There's a lot of times this year where I watch this team and I'm like, oh my god, they just strung together 4 beautiful one-touch passes and they had an open 3 in the corner because they know how to share the fucking ball. But I guess sometimes they just forget how to do that, and I don't know, man. I don't know.
I can only put so much on Mazzulla because
I know
he needs to.
That's what I'm saying. How much is this?
I don't think.
That's what I'm asking. Is
he should not be fired. What message?
No, but what is the problem? Is this a Tatum and they've stagnated in their development? They just don't know how to why? What is this inept ability in big games for them to lose their ability to be?
I mean, I don't think it's stagnating in their development because we know their development. It's already there, but it's just they, for some fucking reason, they just can't get over the hump. It's like the fucking 2000 Suns. It's like the Mike D'Antoni Suns, how they kept getting close to the fucking mountaintop, but they could never get there. That's how this team is.
Yeah, it's just such a weird thing because this is on pay
at some point, when do we sit down and realize that I don't know, man. I don't know.
Tatum's not a superstar.
This is our 4th different coach. If Mazzulla gets fired, we're gonna have our 4th coach in 4 years. At some point, what do you realize that it's I don't even want to say just the squad because Brad Stevens had the same problem when he didn't have Tatum and Brown. And then, of course, before Brad Stevens, Doc Rivers had the same problem with the big 3 for the end of their tenure. I don't want to say it's a Celtics franchise thing, Yeah, I saw that Windy quote the other day.
That came out today, I thought.
Like I saw it was this morning. I saw it this morning when I woke up. But it was actually last night, I think, after the game when Windy said that. But the point is, like, I don't think they should fire Missoula. If you have 4 coaches in 4 years, there's no stability there. And at some point, like, that's an organizational issue. Like, that isn't on the coaches if you keep having 4 different coaches and nobody can win anything. So I hope they don't fire him, but I don't know with this fucking team. I don't know where we go from here.
He just outcoached Doc Rivers. That's what makes it difficult for me. Doc Rivers was up. They were up.
Yeah, they choked.
Joe Missoula.
They choked.
They had the MVP.
Well, my whole thing right here.
I don't know. There's just no true point guard, and Brown and Tatum, and Brown's banged up, and he can't throw a grape in the ocean right now because of his wrist. And
do we get a new
his
team?
His face?
Do we retool the team?
You have to retool the team, but they're not going to make a huge retool. They're going to tweak the point guard position. I just think White and Brogdon are too redundant together.
I think Brogdon's gone. I think they keep White over Brogdon.
I like Derek White a lot.
No. I think it's the other way.
I know they traded a first-round pick for Brogdon, and that might handicap them. But like Brogdon,
whose deal is longer? I think
Brogdon is worse. Brogdon is like more like because they don't have as much leverage because they just traded a first-round pick to get him. But Brogdon is worse for this team than Derek White is. That's what I will say.
Can't make a layup right now.
Brogdon is worse for this team than Derek White. It's going to cost more.
Do we trade Marcus Smart? Do we trade Jaylen Brown?
They're not going to trade
Robert Williams or Al Horford? What are like actual
Al
like?
Horford's gone. Al Horford's gone.
You think so?
Yeah.
He's on such a nice contract, though.
I know, but I don't think he stays if they can get somebody better.
But I think Brogdon's on 22 and a half.
I mean, they actually need a bench because the fact that I think keeping Blake.
We're running like a 2 or 3 man bench. Like Blake didn't fucking work out. Like
I don't have a problem with Blake. He was.
But it didn't work out. It just didn't work out.
But he came in this whole time not to be. He's Udonis Haslem.
Like Peyton Pritchard playing big playoff minutes for your team is a fucking
Luke
problem.
Cornett and Mike. You traded for Mike.
Sam
Muscala.
Hauser.
Mike Muscala got this 5-game run when he got traded. We're all like, and never played again. I sent that in the group chat.
Sam Hauser. Like, what the fuck are these guys doing? They're not gonna fucking do anything.
How's the audio sound, Jackson? You want to let us know?
Good.
Okay.
Like, come on, dude. Like, I also just hate Sam Hauser. I don't think he should be in the fucking NBA. Let alone
they should have kept Jake Layman. I've been saying this all year long. If they had Jake fucking Layman,
no.
A healthy Danilo will help a lot. But
why is it? Did Danilo just tell him he's like, I ain't coming back for this shit?
Yes.
You remember the whole time
I don't think
he
it's
was
smart for him to come back. At his age, especially, I don't.
It's not. There's no reason for him to come back. They have to win 4 fucking games in a row now. Like this.
Well, now, yeah, especially now, yeah.
The season is over. Like, there's no point in having him come back. It would be hilarious if the Celtics managed to come back from 3-0, though. I would love that so much.
It would be insane. I mean, I don't
Guys,
know.
we might have breaking news.
What is
what?
Lana Rhodes. Instagram.
Bruce Brown is the dad. Yeah, that was like a few days ago. You didn't know that?
No.
Bruce Brown. That came out like a few days ago. It was Bruce Brown that was the dad the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, that came out a few days ago. Yeah.
Let's give it a Bruce. I didn't know.
Shout out to Bruce Brown.
Shout out to Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce Brown is the dad.
Wonder what's the guy's name?
Everybody thought it was KD and Blake.
And then Blake Griffin, and then I got all of us thinking that it was Kessler Edwards because of the hair. Okay.
He wishes.
I mean, they all probably passed her around.
Yeah, they did. She got passed around between Blake, Bruce, and KD, but Bruce Brown ended up, getting her
not
pregnant.
Wearing. So. He forgot to cover his hat.
None of them wrapped it up. None of them fucking wrapped it up. Bruce Brown just forgot.
Now you know KD's a freak.
Oh.
He carries like a fucking what is it called, like a vagina like guard, like the ones.
What's the thing Dick wears?
Yeah, you know KD's got one of those shits in his fucking closet, dude. Oh,
that thing is so weird.
Oh, and KD is like.
Yeah, he'll probably have like a dental dam and like shit like that. He's like, what is that dental dam? Because I don't know what you got, and you don't know what shit I got either.
KD gonna settle down.
KD, what a guy.
But again, round of applause. This
round
should
of
be
applause.
clipped. Bruce
Good job,
Brown
Bruce
is
Brown.
Lana Rhodes' baby daddy.
Good job, Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown's gonna get that notoriety now. He's gonna get that publicity up. Credit.
Well, she
Respect.
did it. She probably did it because he's been playing good now, so she can probably.
Yeah,
brag
now she
about
can
it.
actually brag about him. Whereas, like, you know, she couldn't do that with KD because it wasn't KD. KD brought a backup date. Brought another chick as a backup date to a date with her. That's going.
Actually.
Yeah,
there's
you didn't know that?
Yeah, you didn't know that? She,
Are you
talked
serious?
about, like,
Yeah.
Yes.
KD's the fucking man.
KD brought a backup date.
Yeah, he brought it back up. He told the girl to sit by them. And then, like, if the date went wrong, he'd pick her up.
And the date did go wrong, so he picked her up and they went home with the chick instead of Lana. It was so funny, dude. Oh my god. That's why he's MVP.
That's why he's MVP, yeah.
That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
He also probably was keeping her on the side to see if it could turn into a threesome.
Yeah, he definitely was. And then
also, I don't believe that Lana Rhodes is an asexual. You remember? Have you guys seen those clips where she says she doesn't
asexual? Isn't that where you're like not attracted?
Yeah, she's not attractive and she's like not into sex or anything like that. I was like, but then why are you like?
It's just a job.
No,
not a job.
Guys, you guys are assholes. You guys shut the fuck up. You guys are both assholes. This has nothing to do with porn.
It's a job.
No, I don't know. This whole comment I'm making has nothing to do with porn. I support sex work. No, this has the fact
that's not what we're talking about.
Okay, you shut the fuck up, Luke. You will be muted. Okay. The thing is I wanted to say was the fact that Lana Rhodes is always like fucking like NBA players and stuff, and like is always around them. My question now is, if you're asexual, you're not attracted to people, or you're not into sex, then like, why are you like fucking like, you're just fucking for clout at this point? You don't actually.
Yeah, but I mean, like, maybe she wants to like get into like a meaningful relationship with them. I don't fucking know. I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I don't fucking know. All I'm saying is 50% of athletes don't love their jobs. So,
I know. We've talked about that.
I get it. I get it. If she doesn't like her job, so like, it was a job.
I don't think that's her job, and she's still
not anymore. It used to be. So I can see
she was in a relationship with Mike Majellic.
I think he's raising her kid for her.
Oh, that's fucked.
He's raising Bruce's kid. Oh,
yeah, they got back together.
They got back together.
Yeah, and he's like raising the kid. He like talks about, because I don't watch impulsiveness, but I watch like when I'm taking a shit. Guy? They're on the clips. Yeah, he's the impulsive guy. I'll look at the clips, but I'm not like super into that. Like,
yeah, but you see the clips. I see the clips on YouTube Shorts. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I see it like on there, and if I'm shitting and I'm bored, sometimes they'll catch me with a good title or something like that. And
no
like, cool.
Shit, he's raising the little motherfucker.
Yeah, he talks about it sometimes.
Oh, hey, that kid's gonna make it to the league though.
Yeah, the kid's probably gonna make it to the league. All right, the Lakers are determined to re-sign Austin Reeves, who's actually looking at I'm hearing like 4-year, $80 million. 4 years.
Yeah, that's what everyone's been saying for the last like months.
Yeah, 4-year, 80, maybe even something like 100. They'll have the Gilbert Arenas rights, so like it's a weird contract where it's backloaded, so it's like 12.2,
and then it's like 27 or something.
Yeah, it goes like 12.2 for the first 2 years, and then over 24 million for the last 2 years each. And then Rui Hachimura, I expect Rui Hachimura to probably get like a 3-year, $33 million deal. What are some deals you would give up for Rui, and why? I just got to grab my bottle of water because my mouth is a little parched. So, pardon me.
I mean, like a 3-year, $30 to $40 deal, like $30 to $40 million deal for Rui is like not terrible. Like that's not bad. If they can get him to somewhere in that range and not get fucked over and like outbid by the team,
yeah,
like that's a good deal. And then like Austin Reeves, obviously, like 80 million is a lot of money, but the first 2 years of that contract won't be terrible.
Yeah, I think it's vital they re-sign both of them. I don't know why they didn't run back their championship roster. That was very weird. Hopefully they learned their lesson. But I think a core of LeBron, AD, Reeves, Rui, and Kyrie, I think that's a championship squad. Right
Kyrie?
You should be able to fill out the bench.
Kyrie
will be a Laker.
When?
For sure. this upcoming year.
You think he's gonna go there like right now, like this coming off season?
Yeah. I think the Lakers think it's a fix. Kyrie won't choke like D'Lo's choking right now.
Dallas will bring him. He's gonna sign like a short-term deal with Dallas, I think, and then see how the full season works. No, it'll be like a 2-year deal with a player option, and then he opts out after the year if Dallas sucks.
No, I think he wants a guarantee. I think he wants that guaranteed contract because of
then Dallas will give him it. Dallas,
yeah, I know Dallas will love to give it to him, but I think he realized
nobody's going to give him more than that.
But he can play with LeBron.
I mean, I guess, but like he wants a guaranteed contract. If he wants that, nobody can give him more than Dallas. If he wants like a short-term guaranteed contract, then I think he would sign it with Dallas, and then he may opt out early if he doesn't like Dallas. But I just don't see him go to the Lakers this offseason. I just don't see him leaving Dallas this offseason.
I just don't know how they watch. They missed the play-in. I don't know how they.
I know.
I don't know how he feels.
You know how NBA teams are.
I don't think Luka likes sharing the spotlight, and I know Kyrie doesn't need the spotlight at this point. It's not Boston Kyrie, but like, yeah. But anyways, I regress. Sign Reeves and sign Rui and pay them whatever the hell they want to be paid, and then also Darvin Ham start Rui sooner rather than later, because I don't know why you wouldn't start Rui, even if they know
you would hope.
And you start Jared Vanderbilt. I don't know how you make that. I love Darvin Ham. I think he did a great job all season, but some of it going on right now, I'm a little questioning. I mean, Rui is.
Are we not going to blame LeBron?
38-year-old LeBron? Not me personally.
For fucking taking like shit. Dude, there were so many games where all he had to do was just back down the post.
Okay, people say that as if he's not backing down, Mr. Aaron Gordon.
Do you know what's the actual problem? Do you guys know what the actual problem with the Los Angeles Lakers is? You want to hear it? You want to hear it right now? Transition defense. They're basically breaking the number one rule in basic transition defense. Do you guys know what that is? To stop the fucking ball. Okay.
Yeah, you cut off the ball first, and everybody else fills the lane.
Booyah! You fucking stop the ball, fill the lanes, dude. They literally look like they're like it's like a punt coverage sometimes.
It's like soccer.
They look like the Celtics.
It's like the dude with the ball is a fucking defender. They're just letting the defender dribble the ball up. That's what it feels like. It's like fucking soccer. Like nobody steps the ball.
Yeah, you're supposed to stop the ball, then everyone fucking closes the passing lanes, and you stop. They don't do that. They're the worst transition defense in the league by like historically almost like by a wide margin. Okay, it's like one of the most inept things I've ever seen. They can't stop the fucking ball in transition. And then the other problem is they have not been able to figure out the Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr. ball screen pick and roll situation where it's Michael Porter Jr. setting a screen pick and roll for really it's pick and pop for
Jokic,
or even for Jokic or Jamal Murray. So then it's basically either Jared Vanderbilt and LeBron in that sequence, or Dennis Schroeder and LeBron, or etc. And what ends up happening is that if you commit to either the guy that's rolling or popping, they're switching too late, and that leaves Jokic or Jamal Murray open. But then if you don't commit to Michael Porter Jr., Porter Jr. is just gonna pop, and he's so tall that if you're not there, you're too late. He's just gonna shoot over you, and they've not been able to figure out. Personally, if I was in that situation, the way I see it is you have Jared Vanderbilt on Jamal Murray, which they haven't really been doing. And I know it's because of the offense. And then I don't even know like the thing.
Because this isn't even talking about the whole fucking Aaron Gordon Jokic pick and rolls that they have.
Aaron Gordon's fine if you just leave him out in the 3-point. You dare him to shoot. The whole thing is that like, do you try to at this point to beat the Nuggets, which is basically impossible at this point. You're going to have to force them to score inside, take away their 3-point shot, and then you have to dominate the inside of the other side of the floor, which
they have not been doing.
Yeah,
I think AD's done a great job. But yeah, Jamal.
AD's done great. AD and Rui have been great.
Just start Rui, and that's what you're talking about with like pick and rolls or just ball screens. Like D'Lo and Schroeder specifically, this guy's getting flamed even on just cuts. Like Schroeder's getting worked around right now, and their defense in general, the Lakers' defense in general, is like super sloppy right now. Their offense is super sloppy, but yeah, you can't go under a Jamal Murray Jokic screen if you're the guard because Murray's just gonna pop it. But then if you have Vanderbilt in there, well, Vanderbilt's gonna play. He's gonna score you 2 points on offense, and they're gonna let Jerry Vanderbilt actually do anything he wants, even if it's just a couple of layups that they miss. So, yeah, you have to stop Jamal Murray. He's averaging 35 a night. Jamal Murray's been the best Nugget.
How do you stop Jamal Murray?
I would start Rui Hachimura, and I would get D'Lo on the bench immediately because Darvin Ham's doing a horrible job.
Yeah, because D'Lo's like that fucking video.
I don't want to upset D'Lo right now. Get his confidence down right now. Like, this is playoff basketball. This is NBA basketball, man. You got to know your role, and if you're not knocking down shots, you're a trash defensive
D'Lo's a
player
liability if he's not scoring.
Yeah, 100%.
Like he's like that one video of that one guy who's like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked. That's what it feels like watching D'Lo on defense every possession. Like,
dude, I saw D'Lo. Dude, I was watching D'Lo when there was still a chance for the Lakers to get back in the game. I think AD got so D'Lo shoots a 3, misses it. D'Lo gets the rebound, passes it. AD gets the rebound, passes it. D'Lo shoots it, misses it again. And I think a third time in that possession, D'Lo gets the ball again and misses it. And I was like, man, what?
Like, come on, D'Lo.
He started the game with a make, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay, this is D'Lo's game. This is the 30-pointer. Yeah. Nope. He's had one double-digit game, and it was like 10 points. It was game 2.
Is this a mental thing?
Well, shooters are going to miss, but I don't – he's crumbling. Players crumble. Kyrie wouldn't. That's why you got to go get Kyrie now, but I don't even know. Reeves has done a phenomenal job. Rui's done a phenomenal job. AD's done a phenomenal job. LeBron's 38. Like, I know LeBron. If LeBron's giving me 23, 9, and 8, like, I'm going to have to take it because that's still a great stat line for year 20 LeBron James. But, I mean, they're cooked. And the Denver Nuggets are a great basketball team, and the media is so annoying about it. Like, people are hopping on the Nuggets' dicks and, like, blah blah blah. You know,
they're overcorrecting. They're overcorrecting.
Exactly. It's like, okay, yes,
because they didn't talk about the Nuggets much. Like, because after the Lakers lost game 1, everybody talked about how the Lakers were fine. So now they're just overcorrecting by like, oh my god, the Nuggets are really good. No shit, they are. They were the 1 seed in the fucking West. Yeah. Of course they're good. Like we know that the Nuggets are good.
We're surprised by how bad the Lakers are playing, not how surprised how good the Nuggets are. Like Lakers are playing like dog crap. I mean, they're playing so bad right now.
Like shit for me.
And it's at the end of the game, as always, as it was all regular season, it's like the Knicks. Like every regular season game of the Knicks, it was tied with 6 minutes left. Well, in the case of the Lakers, it's you have the lead and they're about to blow the lead. And it happened all season, Russ or no Russ. So, I mean, they're cooked and it is what it is. But re-sign Rui, re-sign Reeves, bring in Kyrie, fill out the bench, and you'll be perfectly fine.
I agree that that's things that need to do. Let's just talk about tonight's game then.
I'm not even watching this game live.
The Lakers gotta get one, right? Like they can't get swept. They gotta win one on their home floor. Yeah. Like this series is done in 5 games, I think. But they gotta get.
The Nuggets are sweeping them. I hate to say it, especially because we got that one.
Me too. I want them to win. I want them to get one game.
There's a dude who's been in our comments all playoffs who called it. He's like, they're gonna sweep. There's a better chance the Nuggets sweep than the Lakers win the series. I'm looking at this game 1. I'm like, there's no shot.
And then
go into your kitchenware, grab a fork,
48 minutes away.
Grab a plate because the Lakers are cooked. Like it's just good for the Nuggets, man.
Can LeBron complete the greatest comeback in NBA history?
I will say if they win tonight and they win game 5,
there's a chance.
I think the Lakers win it. But you have to say the same thing with the Celtics. Yeah. And you have to win game 4. Like I don't think
you gotta win game 4 and game 5. You gotta at some point it's hard to win 4 games in a row in the NBA, no matter who you're playing. But to win 4 games in a row, against the best team in the Western Conference. And then for the Celtics case,
but just to joke around, okay? Would LeBron be the greatest player in NBA history if he led this team to?
I mean, he already is. He already is. He has nothing to prove. Like, he does not have shit to prove to anybody else. He is the fucking GOAT. But yes, if he comes back from 3-1 down or 3-0 down and they make the fucking finals, how are you going to sit there and say that he isn't the greatest player of all time?
They'd have to win the NBA Finals, but if they win this series, there's no way they lost. They lose the NBA Finals.
No. If they win this
no
series,
shot,
like, there's no shot.
But I don't think it would happen. No team's ever done it. What is it, 0-142 or 160-52?
It has yet to happen. But then again, it hadn't happened in baseball and it hadn't happened in hockey until it happened. So
you're right. You are right.
There's a chance, man.
Hockey was recent. Wasn't that recently?
Yeah, hockey was like kind of recent. I can't remember who it was. But baseball was like the Yankees Red Sox when the Red Sox did it in like 2004.
Oh, shit. I remember that. Or I'm seeing that. Yeah.
So
they're both
there
sweet.
is chance
They're both
I believe
that we
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. But tonight, I do believe the Lakers will, avoid the sweep tonight. But I don't know where we go from there. What do you guys think? I'm
they
hearing
lose game 5. They lose game 5 in Denver. And
Jackson, you sound like you believe it's a sweep full on.
I know for a fact the Nuggets will sweep them tonight. But if they don't, and the Lakers win game 5, the Lakers win the series. And it'll be the first time in NBA.
Jackson's hot take. If they win tonight, it's the start of the greatest comeback in NBA history.
I think it is. I really do.
Yeah, but I think they win tonight, but they lose game 5. The Celtics get swept.
Rocket News has the sweep out.
The Celtics get swept. I don't think the Lakers will get swept because they have LeBron and LeBron won't go out like that. But the Celtics are getting swept.
That's unbelievable, guys. This NBA season, low-key, has been one of the most enjoyable to watch from a narrative standpoint. It's just been absolutely
unpredictable.
So unpredictable.
We love
also,
that it's unpredictable.
We get a week off.
Guys, you want to hear the biggest flack I've been getting? All right, I'll admit I made a bad trade proposal, but I said, I'm one of the scouts I talked to told me he saw Chris Paul talk for like almost an hour with the Oklahoma City Thunder brass. And so I made a trade proposal. It was like, so CP3 for Lindy Waters, Aaron Wiggins, Lou Dort, and
did you say Lindy Waters?
Lindy Waters, Lou Dort, Aaron Wiggins, and Jeremiah Robinson Earl in the Clippers 2024 pick. All right, that was the trade.
No way you said that name. No way you said that name.
And I got thrashed, which I'll admit that the Thunder shouldn't be the team giving up the picks. It should be the
Who wants that contract? Not the Thunder.
Okay. So here are the two deals I did. I'll pull them up right here. Here's the first one and here's the second one. Okay. First one. Tell me what you guys think of these trades. I think if you take off the fact that you have the Suns give up the picks instead of the honestly, we're just gonna do the thing right here because I can.
How's the money even working that?
The Thunder can take his whole contract under the Bucks. All they got to do is trade $1.2 million. So if
they could just trade. Yeah, that's. A bunch
so the
of
Suns.
guys.
So basically, here we go. This is the Suns Thunder. Because then people are like, why would they want Chris Paul? Well, he's the perfect sixth man for Shea.
And the Thunder are a play-in team, and they accelerated their development. So
if you have the picks that they have, let's say they give up. I think they would just give up second rounders. So I'd say they give up every single one of their second rounders.
I don't know, man. That's pretty big contract.
Okay, then the Brooklyn swap pick, the one that Brooklyn has the right to swap. So they give up 4 picks and they'll trade. I think Lou Dort's someone that would be reasonable to ask for. You think or no?
Yeah. I don't know. Probably if you're getting Chris Paul, I mean, and you're getting picks.
Then they would have to give up all the bottom. And I think they like Kenrich Williams more.
Probably like Isaiah Joe or Jeremiah Robinson.
They were like, why would you give up Isaiah Joe, their best 3-point shooter? I was like, just non-core guys. This is what I was thinking right here. This is the deal. I thought that made the most sense. And here we go. Oh wait, why did this fail this time? Oh, they can't do consecutive picks. That's why.
So take out the 2023 second round pick.
No, it's the first. They can't trade the first.
Well, they need to get it first in there, bro. I don't think that trade gets done. I don't think that trade gets done unless there's the first.
Jackson?
No, I think Paul will be back. I think Paul should be back in the Suns.
The market is just not there.
What about if you take off Lou Dort and you just did Isaiah Joe, Lindy Waters?
Maybe, but again, like the Suns aren't getting anything. They're the only thing the Suns are getting is getting rid of Chris Paul's contract, which might.
But they're getting. You don't think those players are good depth?
No, I don't think any of those guys are going to be playing productive minutes for them.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can trade the 26.
I just don't see Lindy Waters playing productive NBA minutes. I'm sorry, I just don't.
No faith?
No, I have no faith. I saw him at Oklahoma State. I don't need to have faith.
Okay, what about this one right here? 3 second-round picks, the 2024 first rounder, and Chris Paul for Lou Dort, Isaiah Joe, Lindy Waters, Jeremiah Robinson, Earl, and Aaron
Wiggins. It's better.
Robinson, Earl, Wiggins, and Isaiah Joe could actually help them off the bench.
Yes, they could actually help them. And Lou Dort is probably going to get flipped. Maybe they keep him.
I actually think Lou Dort would be a nice kind of small forward, like a Lou Dort.
But Lindy Waters is not going to help them.
No, he'll be. And I think his contract's unguaranteed, so they would just waive him. But unless he surprises them, his size and his 3-point shooting ability could help. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
And he's making 1.9. But honestly, I think this deal, it says the Suns get worse. They get worse in turn. But they don't, though. Look, their offense improves and their defense improves.
The Thunder?
Yeah.
They're just losing a bunch of depth, and they're getting Chris Paul, who may.
But the thing is they still have a pick in this year's draft, and they also have now, I believe, what are they? What's it called? They're still I think $5 million below the cap. So they still can go out and spend some money.
And get some other.
The Thunder. Guys. Who would you rather have, Chris Paul or Fred VanVleet? Because they've been reportedly the Thunder wanting to get Fred VanVleet. They want to get a veteran point guard to be off the bench to help.
Is Chris Paul better right now?
I think they're on the same level. They just bring you different stuff, and I think Chris Paul is way better for this team as the sixth man. Because Shea needs a 10-minute break. Put Chris Paul with Josh.
Chris Paul fits this team better, and
because Chris Paul
having already played for them, it would be an easy.
They know what they're, and then you take Josh Giddey needs a break. You put Josh Giddey. You put Josh Giddey on the bench. Chris Paul and Shea. Shea needs a break. Chris Paul and Josh Giddey. Oh, you want to go super small? Chris Paul, Josh Giddey, Shea. Then you run out Chet Holmgren and Ousmane Dieng or whoever you want to.
It's interesting. I think Chris Paul is probably better for them than Fred VanVleet, but. I don't know. It depends on how much they're willing to give up.
Jackson?
Chris Paul is not getting traded.
The market is just not there.
There's no reason to trade him.
What if a big
Who's my point guard?
Okay, Campaign? What about this one? He
had 30 points. Campaign had 30 points in the
you do game.
Okay.
You do a 3-team trade or something where you send Chris Paul to the Spurs. All right.
Chris Paul's not getting traded.
Chris Paul to the Spurs because the Spurs would actually like him because to be with Dem Vassell, Keldon Johnson.
But the Spurs are a young team. That's
but they send you. They send you Devontae Graham, Doug McDermott.
Can I finish? The Spurs are a year away from being a year away. Why the fuck would they trade for Chris Paul? If of all the teams to trade for Chris Paul, they are not the ones to do it.
The Rockets would be better.
And they still won't do it. Jackson's right. Nobody's trading for Chris Paul. The market is not there.
And the Suns don't want to trade Chris Paul. I'd bet 365 Red Bulls Chris Paul is a Phoenix Sun next year.
Those are good Red Bulls.
Yeah. I sent a great Red Bull meme that was unreciprocated.
In the chat? Huh?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
It would have been reciprocated. Let me tell you. Would have been reciprocated. All right, guess what?
Let me find it.
We got ourselves a Tyler Hero update. The man who could be. Is he even that important right now? They're playing
Fuck no! Fuck no! They're fine, dude. They don't fucking need him. Oh,
Also-
this Red Bull dude.
Also,
Why
I made a joke about how did Tyler Hero not break fucking Skybri? Like she's got a huge ass and like he's just a lanky dude. Like how first off, like that she's just a little thick by like Lil Dicky and Trinidad James, where he's like doing Sir Isaac Newton doing math. How to fit up in that booty. That's like Tyler Hero trying to fuck Skybri when they were dating. But either way, like, what is your thought, Jackson?
I just found out who Skypery was like last week. So I didn't even know they're dating. I don't really know who she is.
They used to be dating. She's like basically a porn star.
She's a hoe.
I think she's
She's not a hoe. She okay. Oh, we support sex work on this.
I know we do. We do. I'm just saying.
I'm not too big on sex work.
Oh wow! Look at this conservative.
Wow, Shane.
Wow.
I'm not too big on supporting prostitutes now.
Yeah. I think we should go back to the day when we used to call girls, what is it, women gals. And
Women were gals and men were men. Oh, that's a great bit. Rest in peace to that guy. I can't remember what his name was.
I don't know. It doesn't matter, but he did play great characters. But Tyler Hero, will he make a difference? And do they bring him off the bench again? Or like, does he start? Like,
Bro,
what do we do here?
Don't start him. Don't fuck up a good thing.
Like
He's
right
hurt.
now, he's hurt. And when he comes back, I say he just comes off.
Comes off the bench. He's
Duncan
hurt.
Robinson's been playing great.
Yeah, don't fuck up a good thing, man.
I think it's, dude. At this point, also, I don't care if it's a Nuggets Heat finals. Like, I don't care who wins, but like,
I want Jimmy to get a ring.
I want Jimmy to get a ring because it's the best year for
ring.
him to get a ring. And I know Jokic will eventually get a ring at some point, but like,
Really?
he's too good not to retire without a ring.
And so were a lot of other guys that we thought that would get rings but never did. So
Melo?
like Melo, speak of the devil.
I don't know if
Melo was a serial winner coming into the NBA. Like he had won at every level, and they're like, "This guy's going to win a championship someday." Just never.
Kevin
did.
Love is injured with the left leg muscle strain.
Oh no! They'll really miss Kevin Love. It's not like they're still going to beat us anyway. But
they will miss Kevin Love, but they will still be
not. Yeah, if it's for one game, they're not going to.
So we got other breaking news that I think we'll all enjoy right here. Carmelo Anthony, now in retirement, has been offered a prominent position at one of the largest websites on earth. And that website, drum roll please, boys. Dear Carmelo Anthony, congratulations on your retirement. We are grateful for everything you've accomplished on the hardwood. Now that you have some free time, I'd like to extend you an offer to serve as the chief ball officer at Cam Soda, an adult entertainment webcam site. During your illustrious 19-year career, you banged down low, went straight to the hole, penetrated up the middle, and had some of the best ball handling skills in the league. Safe to say you know ball and ball don't lie. As CBO, you'd spearhead model recruitment. We'd also like to consult you on your banana boat scene we'd like to film this summer. In return, serving as CBO for 1 full year, we'd compensate you up to $250,000. Get back to me at your earliest convenience, and we can chat more about the role. I look forward to hearing from you.
They have the same Melo. Oh my god!
If you're Carmelo Anthony, would you take the job? I say yes.
Wait, he's spearheading model recruitment. So like, what is he just like going around getting like chicks to? Oh, that's easy.
That's easy.
Great. That's great.
Easy.
You just go find chicks like, hey, you look like
he can run his own He can start a whole OnlyFans where it's called like Melo's backroom casting couch. That's just like,
oh,
or it could be like, or it could be called Melo's hand jobs and blow jobs. I'm trying to think of a good basketball term.
They'll come up with it.
Oh, I got it. Melo's gives and goes.
They'll come up with it.
Come on, hire me. I got hella.
Hire you. You got to talk
also,
to Cam
we need this clip. Reaction to Carmelo Anthony's new career. That would be a great clip. And then I have Nikki edit it into a little reel. Come on.
Yeah,
That
no,
could go
you should.
viral. This could go viral.
Reaction to Carmelo Anthony's career. Oh man. Honestly, there's no reason for him not to take that, dude. That's a great deal. Great deal.
It's so easy. Such easy money. Especially if he's like not married anymore, which I don't know.
They're separated, I'm pretty sure.
They're separated or like
Like,
estranged
they're not
or whatever.
divorced. They're not divorced yet, but like I'm pretty sure they've been like separated for like the last year or so.
I
do you
can't
think?
clip today. It's a tough Monday.
Who the fuck? So there's supposedly a TikToker who he's never taken the court. It's funny. This company must be owned by my news media. So a TikToker has become eligible for the draft. He's never played college hoops. He's gone viral. So TikToker finds eligibility. I don't even know. Let's listen to
Who?
it. Can you hear this? 1 second, guys.
Recreational
Yeah.
learning, and it's a fun one. One recreational basketball player who just graduated college will end up on the biggest stage in the NBA.
So I made a bet with my friends, and I made it into the NBA draft. If you don't believe me, that's like the official NBA email down there. That's my email. This is some of the like official paperwork I had to fill out that the NBA sent me. I think they're like, who is this kid? Why did he find the loophole into like actually getting into the draft? Because this is not supposed to happen. But yeah, after all these like official emails, I am now Jordan Haber, a member of the 2023 NBA draft class, soon to be undrafted class.
That's Jordan Haber. He is not a college basketball player. For fun, he read through the whole NBA collective bargaining agreement before starting law school, and he found a loophole that would let him join the draft. Those loopholes being, he has to be graduating this academic calendar year and declare 60 days in advance. Basically, he just had to fill out the official paperwork. Commenters on his TikTok say they hope a team drafts him, if nothing else, just for marketing purposes. Haber says he's going to be documenting his trip to New York for the draft and hopes to get a picture with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
Me and one of my friends, Jimmy Clark, back in New York, we have this joke every time the NFL draft happens. He sends me a text. He goes, "Another year I didn't go drafted." We're in our
Now
mid-30s.
we can. You got to show him
So,
this.
hey, Jimmy still got a shot.
It's like that.
That guy's the GOAT. That guy's our hero right there.
That guy's over here. Also, Rocket News came up with a great name, Mel Backseat Podcast.
Mellow.
No, that was a great story. Imagine though, if they went if someone actually just drafted him for marketing purposes.
Which would be funny if teams had more picks, they definitely would. But when you only have 2 picks, 2 rounds of picks, you really can't. So
Okay, so let's talk about something. Let's talk about a team by the name of the Houston Rockets. And do you know something weird about them? Or not weird, but there's a man by the name of
James Harden,
who might be coming back to town. In theory, will they be able to do it? So this is a team that currently, if you look at the Rockets, are heading into an offseason with 13 players under contract, including 2 first-round picks and 2 players on non-guaranteed contracts. They're projected with $62.3 million in cap space after getting the 4th overall pick in this year's draft, and could get to $64.2 million if they waive the non-guaranteed salary of Daishen Nix. That is more cap space that they may need, considering the amount of $17.3 million more than the highest maximum salary slot. The Rockets are eligible to sign James Harden this summer up to 4 years, $201.7 million projected. That is only $8.4 million less than the maximum amount that the Sixers can re-sign him to. So there is no significant disadvantage, financially speaking, if he were to leave Philadelphia. Houston would still have a lot of spending power left after presumably signing James Harden, including $15.5 to $17.2 million in cap space, as well as the $7.7 million room mid-level exception. Yossi Gonzalez of Hoops Hype writes, if they don't sign James Harden, they would presumably pursue some of the other top free agents in the markets including Chris Middleton, Kyrie Irving, Fred VanVleet, and Draymond Green. All right. And what is your thoughts right there?
On what, Harden going back to the Rockets?
Yeah,
Is that-
no,
yeah.
on there. And if they were to miss out, do you think it's smart for them to pursue Chris Middleton,
No.
James Harden? I mean, Chris Middleton, Draymond Green, Kyrie Irving, players of that, Fred VanVleet, of those lines. So,
I don't even think they should be going after Harden. But
do you think if they trade the pick, that's indicative that Harden is returning?
no, because nobody knows what the fuck is going on in his mind. So no, but I don't really think they should do any of these moves. They're a fucking tanking team. They need to be rebuilding. It doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter if they sign one of Kyrie, Harden, or Chris Middleton. That's not going to make them a contender. And even if they sign both Kyrie and Harden, it's still not going to make them a contender. They're basically just asking to pick late in the first round for the next 6 or 7 years and not win a championship, or not even come close to winning a championship, because I don't think that's a contending team. I don't know what the fuck the Rockets are thinking, but it's the Rockets.
I think it's a great idea to pay a 34-year-old who's never won anything $50 million till he's 38 on a team that needs to pay Jalen Green, Elton Şengün, Jabari, our number 4th pick in the next 4 years, less for half of those players. I think getting the 8th seed, the 7th seed would really help out Houston in the next 8 years to just stay. As Luke said, I mean, there's some steals in the late first round, and maybe Houston can snag them. And yeah, we'll have a ton of spending power. We'll have probably like $8 to $12 million.
But you're for it.
For paying a 34-year-old $50 million a year?
Did you not hear by his tone the entire
Why would you
time?
not? Why would I not pay James Harden, who just went to Vegas in the middle of a playoff series that you lost, to go to a strip club?
Is this
in Vegas?
satire? Is this satire?
We have better.
Yes,
we have better strip clubs in Vegas. Of course, come to Houston.
All right. So Jalen Green says James Harden signing with the Houston Rockets can help and hurt them at the same time. So let's hear what this interview has to say.
Well, this could be a long summer.
Obviously been some links of James wanting to come back to the team. Like, I feel like at this point, you're the king of Houston. Like, you got to go through this. You got to go through being double team, being triple team, being the target every time.
Şengün is the king of Houston.
Bring on someone like James, who's such a ball dominant player, like that's going to hinder your growth a little bit. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Regardless of how it can elevate you on another level of him teaching you and you learning off of him, I feel like for you, you've already been through the fire. So like, let you continue to learn. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. I think it play both ways. Like you just said, it can help and hurt at the same time. I ain't really talked to him too much about the rumors and stuff like that. I'm with you on that.
There's obviously been some links of James wanting to come back to the team.
All right. Obviously, that was mainly just.
If James Harden came to the Rockets on a $30 million a year contract or whatever,
I think if he went to Houston, he would take a pay cut. He already took a pay cut once, I think, at this point.
Yeah, but taking a pay cut in Philly was to help them try to build a better team.
Yeah, but then what would be the biggest middle finger to Philly and Daryl Morey? It'd be like, bro, I'm taking a pay cut to go to Houston.
No, he wouldn't take a pay cut to go to Houston because he knows he doesn't need to.
He doesn't even need to take a pay cut. That's what I'm saying. But like,
so why would he? Why would he? He's not going to take he doesn't need to take a pay cut anywhere. So if he can live,
you're telling me if they were able to get James Harden and then they go out and sign themselves like
if they pull a Danny Ainge and they like manage to get a big three overnight by trading for 2 guys. All right.
Or signing or doing something wild.
Maybe I would think about it if they can sign James Harden and trade.
I mean, Udoka said he wasn't going to be a first-round exit team. They're going to win next year.
They're not, though.
So go sign Fred, Harrison Barnes, and Brooke Lopez. And let's make the playoffs.
Let's make the playoffs as an 8 seed and lose to like the Nuggets in the first round.
While hopefully Amen Thompson develops into a superstar along with Jalen Green and
unless they trade their pick.
I don't think the Rockets will.
I don't. They shouldn't, but it's the Rockets. So
I just think it's unbelievable just to look at how like the NBA season has just churned and just not has transpired into something that we weren't expecting, to say the least.
I mean, the Sixers choking was pretty on brand. I think we kind of expected that one, but
Oh yeah,
that's
Best
on brand.
playoff series was Dubs Warriors or Dubs
Dubs
Kings.
Lakers.
I would
Dubs
like to
Kings.
say I have
Yeah,
championed
probably.
the Nuggets all season long.
Who'd you take in this last series?
Nuggets Lakers, I thought it would be a 7-game series, and I said if it went to 7 games, I would take the Lakers. But if it was anything less than 7 games, I was taking the Nuggets.
So
How convenient.
I also did say Heat for the. I've had the Heat all playoffs. I have been riding the Heat.
Yeah, I'll give you credit. I'll give you credit there.
I said first series Heat. I said second series Heat. I said third series Heat. I had the Heat the whole thing. I've been on the Heat fucking wave. Did I make a joke about the Hawks? Yes, but that was just because that was fun. Okay.
You thought the Hawks would beat the Celtics, though. I won't forget that. I'm not forgetting that. I'm not gonna forget that. I don't give a shit that the Celtics are choking against the Heat because I figured they would.
Whose future's brighter?
Yeah, whose future's brighter, the Hawks or the Heat?
The Celtics.
The Celtics or the Hawks? The Celtics, of course. The fucking Celtics are brighter future than the Hawks. Stop it! Get the fuck out of here! Get
this out.
Get the fuck out of here!
Ooh,
You're done. Your NBA privileges are revoked.
Jackson, you trying to come to Las Vegas for 12 days?
12 days?
True.
Oh, that's too long to stay there.
I gotta go to Las Vegas.
That is too long. That is too long to stay there.
The Summer League's 11 days.
I know. I'd stay there for like 4.
I don't gamble though,
I know.
so
That's
I'm
the problem.
fine. I don't. So I'm
Yeah, but
fine.
you're still staying in Vegas where it's hot as shit all summer. It's gonna be
Yeah, but I'll
100
be 12 hours a day in a gym in my
That's
hotel.
also
So
hot.
5 minutes. 5 minutes
also
away.
hot in the gym all day, every day, and you're going to Vegas and not gambling. Like, what's the point? What's the fucking point? What are you gonna do when you get out?
Get a job.
girlfriend.
Get a job.
Gamble. Go on a heater.
What
You
if
know,
they're-
you
what
know,
if they're
you know those
like-
guys are gonna be gambling.
I just have to go because everyone I networked with was just like, "See you at Summer League. See you at Summer League." And I gotta take these to the next level.
What would you do if the Sacramento Kings offered you a full-time job at Sacramento?
Dude, that'd be a hard choice. I'd have to go home and actually pray to God.
You'd have to
If it
go to
would've been-
Sacramento.
I know, but like, I'd
You're
have
telling
to,
me you wouldn't take that job?
I probably would. I probably would.
Yeah.
I'd go part-time online at Miami.
and then
At
go
At that
work
point, what do you
Sacramento.
need school for? You already got a job.
I would just keep I would do 1 semester online. So that way, if I do end up putting school on pause, I'm technically admitted and began school there. So I don't have to like go through the whole
Yeah.
admissions thing. I'd just be like, hey, I'm taking a break, come back. So then they just be like, oh, you can pick up where you left off. Like I'm already like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I would just do like because I think 2 of my courses that I'm taking next semester are online already. So I just do those 2 courses and just go to Sacramento. But I mean, I met the VP of the Orlando Magic.
Nice.
And
Or
That's
I
pretty
got-
nice.
well, right now I'm like talking with the guy who like worked for like a European scouting service. Like one of the teams who works for like that he provides scouting services for is the Perth Wildcats, bro. And there's gonna be like a lot of people from Australia there. And that, like I'm low key, like, dude, I want to like talk with some Australian teams because like your boy, if he could go work for an Australia, I'm on it. I'd be honest, I'd move to Australia.
Do you have enough shots?
What do you mean? Like
I think they're up to 4.
that's fine. I'll take them in the ass. I'm pretty sure that my sister, like when she was traveling, she got sick and they had for like I think she had yellow fever. They had to give her a yellow fever like shot, like needle like this big and like this thick, like in the ass.
Oh.
And she was like in Cambodia. She was like in Cambodia.
That's fucked. That's fucked. I fucking hate needles, bro. That shit is so fucked. Oh my god.
Getting yellow fever.
Yeah, bro. No, but like, yeah. Well, right now, like one of the guys I was talking with the scouting service is like he just lives at home in Madison, and he just has to go travel around the world in the country for like certain like youth like EYBLs and like freaking like Portsmouth and like go over EuroLeagues and stuff like that. So that'd be something I'd do. But yeah, he used to work for the Grizzlies. He worked there when John Hollinger worked there. I got some great stories from John Hollinger. Supposedly, train staff was not a fan. Suppose John Hollinger, nice guy. I mean, he worked there 2 years. Only spoke to John Hollinger once, and saw him like every day, but only spoke to him once. Supposedly, John Hollinger, good writer, terrible manager of people. But let's play Pirtle.
Some Pirtle time.
I don't know if you guys have anything else. I mean, we do Monday mock draft.
I gotta head out.
Okay, bye, pussy.
I'm getting close. Well, I'll do Pirtle.
Let's do some Pirtle, and then we can call the show for today.
All right, let me cue that music. Here we go.
Matt Barnes.
Look. He's on the East.
He's in the East.
Cody Martin.
No, he's 32.
Uh,
He's 31 to 32, so not Cody Martin.
Oh, Gordon Hayward.
Oh yeah, those kind of look like Gordon Hayward. No.
Oh.
So he's 30. He's 31 to 32. His number is 18 or 19. And he fucking go back, close out of that real quick. I need to see. Was it? Do we just have East?
He's a guard.
McConnell.
He's a guard who's like 6'3".
Give me TJ McConnell.
Fucking, he's in the Central or whatever.
Oh.
He used to play for the Pacers. Okay. Guard in the Central and the East, who is 6 what? Go scroll back up real quick. I just want to see the heights.
He's like 6'1".
So he's 6'2" or 6'3". He is what, 31? Scroll back down to TJ. Okay, so he's 31. He is 18 or 19. Who's an old white guy?
Joseph?
Is he still on a roster?
Yeah, he's on.
Yeah, he's on the Pistons.
Oh, okay.
Hey! Oh, God, I didn't even know this motherfucker was still playing. Oh, my God. Corey Joseph. Wow.
That's
a tough one. That's impressive.
I know my Midwest basketball.
I know my Texas basketball players.
He went to Texas?
Yeah, he went to Texas. 99% sure he went to Texas.
In 82?
Yeah, he went to Texas.
Okay, I'm gonna dip out here.
See you, Jackson.
Yeah.
Are we doing this mock draft today or are we doing it tomorrow?
You want to just run through it real quick?
Let's run through it.
All right. We got ourselves first 3 picks: Victor Wembanyama, Scoot Henderson, and Brandon Miller. If the Rockets keep the pick, we just thought the most NBA-ready body at number 4 is Cam Whitmore, plus overtime elite coach told one of my
we had some
sources that they don't believe Amen will be a point guard in the NBA. He'll be more of a wing. Jarris Walker, Pistons need a power forward, and he's perfect there. Then the Magic take Amen because he works out there. They don't need him to be a point guard. Pacers take Asar because he works the two-way ability that they want. Anthony Black to the Wizards seems
that's
like
a lock.
That's a
lock. Everything at the combine. Only Wizards reporters were meeting with him. So
Taylor Hendricks to the Jazz just fits. They need front court help. Then Grady Dick is a rebounding 3-point shooter. Kind of gives two things that the Mavericks need help with. Magic need more shooting. Jet Howard, backup point guard for the Thunder. That's why we're talking Chris Paul earlier. Kasam Wallace. Then you got Jordan Hawkins and Keontae George going next. Kobe Buffkin, Nick Smith, Jalen Hood-Schifino, Leonard Miller, Chris Murray. These are all just guys that fit what the teams need in areas. Backup point guards, either more combo guards. Heat take
Leonard Miller fits the Heat for a project guy that could
out.
The Heat love
Golden
those
State get
guys.
a win now guy in Chris Murray. Then Brees Sensabaugh just also fits the Rockets. They need some more offense.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't need more offense, but just more offensive help on the wing. Derek Whitehead,
Derek and Colby Jones. I think that
kind of one's a ready guy, the other one's a high risk, high reward coming off of injury, like you said. Maxwell Lewis is a guy who's flown up the combine radars. He's a 3-and-D, like at least two-way player. Really like him. He's got some size. Derek Lively, he could go anywhere, but he just kind of works for a team like the Kings, Clippers, even the Grizzlies that need backup bigs.
High motor off the bench. He can block shots, runs the floor well.
Maybe could have a Walker Kessler impact.
Yeah, maybe. I could
maybe big, maybe, but
no, I don't know if I think it's a less maybe than you think. He reminds me a lot. He reminds me a lot of Walker Kessler, actually.
No, makes sense.
Like he reminds me a lot of him. They both aren't like the best offensively because you worry about where they're going to score besides putbacks and like dunks and lobs. But like they block shots, they run the floor. I do like Derek Lively. I mean, the injuries obviously are the reason why he fell this far because he was battling injuries back and forth this year. But like he has a Walker Kessler upside. He'll help the Kings from day one.
Completely. Now, if we continue moving through, we got ourselves Ray and Rupert to help them. The Grizzlies replace Dylan Brooks, Bilal Coulibaly, another guy who really fits the team's culture. Olivier Maximus Prosper is a guy who's flown up the boards because of his performance at the Combine. Hornets need more wing players. Jazz, again, need more front court help in terms of depth. So Noah Clowney would be the backup center. Taylor Hendricks, backup power forward. Tristan Vukovic, he's a guy who's flown up the board. He could be or even back up big for Miles Turner or power forward next to Turner in the future. James Nanji gives Zubats a backup. Then Julian Strother, Sadiq Bey replacement. Pacers get another point guard if they keep that pick, and Marcus Sasser to pair up next to Andrew Nemhard off the bench. Spurs take Jaime Jaquez, fits them. Then Brandon Pod. Hornets, if they keep their picks,
He is another guy who surged up at the Combine.
Dante DiVincenzo type guy. Celtics get Andre Jackson to be like a power forward, small forward for them. That fits really well. GG Jackson's only worked out with the Orlando Magic, I think, so far. He kind of fits well for them. Kings get Jalen Wilson, who will be like a Josh Hart type guy for them. Then Imani Bates to Thunder. He's a good development pick there. Then again, if Hornets keep this pick, Adam Bona be a backup big for them behind Mark Williams. Kwame Smith, Nuggets replace Bones Highland with him. Julian Phillips gives them the Wizards a nice like two-way player potentially. Bobby Klimpman, another, in the same vein of Kai Jones and JT Thor, could maybe work out better. Amari Bailey shot up the board. They had some success, the Trailblazers, with Gary Trent Jr. Maybe Bailey could be that for them.
Bailey had another good Combine performance. He showed that he can be a facilitator and a lead guard in an offense to some extent. So I think that's a good fit for them. Kobe Brown, he didn't play, but he's another guy. He has classic
Draymond Green
potential. Draymond Green type potential. He has an NBA ready body right now.
CD Sissoko fell down the board. Oscar Schwebe could be a backup if they move on from Clint Capella, or even if they want to keep Clint Capella.
Yeah, CD fell in our draft just because there's so many wings in this draft, and
he's just raw.
The teams that were going to take projects already took other guys, and the teams that want guys to win now aren't going to take CD, even though he might have higher upside than like Maxwell Lewis or other guys above him. It's just the fact that the win now teams are the ones picking in the late first round most of the time.
Exactly.
They don't really need him.
Exactly. Then Trey Alexander, 3-point shooter. Dylan Mitchell, glue guy. Jordan Miller could be like a Torrey Craig. Adama Sanogo could be like, this.
I like him a lot.
I love him. He can go anywhere. He's really good at 3-and-D, strong rim runner, pick and pop game.
Yeah, decent rim protector. Although at the NBA level, maybe not. But
Terrence Shannon has some wing potential as a 3-and-D two-way player. Isaiah Wong could be like a combo guard.
Terrence Shannon is lightning. Terrence Shannon and Isaiah Wong are both lightning quick. So
yeah, they're good, and they could have some two-way potential off the bench.
One of my favorite guys in the draft, Coleman Hawkins. I love the big guy passing. I love the big guy ball handling and passing.
Kings, Warriors, Timberwolves, all teams that need a backup big could take him. His passing ability is amazing. Dylan Jones is a glue guy. Chris Livingston
Dylan Jones surged up draft boards again.
So did Deron Holmes and Seth Lundy.
And we had Trace Jackson Davis going as the last pick.
Yeah, to the Bucks. They need a big. But that's it, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy today's show. Like, comment, subscribe. You got anything else?
There'll be another mock coming. There'll be another mock coming after June 1st, after the deadline.
We do mocks every Monday. It's Monday mocks.
I know. I'm just saying the next big mock that's actually going to change things is the June 1st mock.
Yeah, completely. All right. I'll talk to you later, bud.
All right. Peace.